In an age of entertainment, it seems like everything on TV or in the movies is all we have to live for. It's this idea of getting away from the mundane in life, when in reality, what theater is meant to be is an art form that teaches.
I am an artist, but first and foremost, I am a Christian. And studying at Cedarville has given me opportunities to grow in my worldview as a Christian based on biblical principles.
We don't perform on a stage because we like doing it. In some ways, we actually do it because we're commanded to. And in Philippians, we hear about the need for thinking on things that are right and pure in chapter 4, verse 8.
I am being taught here not only to live as an excellent artist, but also to live as an excellent Christ follower.
I was so captivated the moment I walked into the theater, and I just felt this energy of, this is where I'm supposed to be. I knew God was calling me to study theater here.
The professors here are fantastic. One of the main reasons I love Cedarville is just how involved our professors want to be in our lives. They will make themselves available to spend extra time with you, answer your questions, talk about the industry or what it's like to be a professional within the industry. They're a wealth of knowledge at your disposal.
They're more than willing to talk one-on-one with you about questions you may have or just ideas you may have that really makes it feel like you're learning more because you have a personal relationship with your professors rather than just them being there for a grade. And I think that really is what sets apart this theater program.
Being someone who is majoring in both design and performance, I've learned things like how to think through a character and like ask specific questions and try to get into the mind of the character.
Our program also has opportunities to work within that, whether that be working as the box office manager or house manager or in a costume or scene shop. There are so many different opportunities.
Outside of the main stage productions that the university puts on, we have things called senior theater projects where students are putting on their own shows, and other students are involved in the acting, the designing process, the directing process.
And we also have opportunities to act on a smaller scale, such as in directing classes, where it's only a couple weeks of commitment, but it's a fun experience to be able to just act.
The space I'm in at the moment is the DeVries Theater, and the stage that you see behind me is where we have our 3 main stage productions throughout an academic year.
We have a room right next to the theater called the CAD Lab. It's for computer-aided design, and so we get to do a lot of our design classes in there, and we have a lot of computers with a lot of cool programs that we get to play around with and learn how to use.
We've got a movement studio, which we'll often use for main stage productions in warm-ups, but it's very commonly used for classes.
We have our costume shop downstairs, along with a huge storage space from things, whether it be props or costumes from many different productions in the past.
And we also have another building on the other side of campus called Alford, and there's like a whole other stage there.
In a theatrical production, props are broken, people miss cues, lines are dropped. It happens, it's the business. But we're going to be able to take them in stride, because as Christ followers, our identity is not in our craft. And in the professional world, you're just going to be a hope and a light to others.
Having a biblical lens within the classroom helps us to set a foundation to glorify God and seek Him first in all that we do as artists.
I look back on myself freshman year and I don't even recognize myself, from the things I've learned to the amount of camaraderie I have with my fellow students. It really is amazing how much just even 1 year can change you here at the theater program.
No matter what you choose to study, if you pursue it with excellence, God blesses you within that, and He has a place for you. No matter what you may think you're capable of, He is the one who equips you, and He's the one who gives you your talents in the first place.
When I came to Cedarville, I gained the confidence that I have in Christ, but I also gained the confidence not only in my talents as an individual in theater, but just in who I am as an individual.
After spending these 4 years at Cedarville, I feel like I'm able to just jump in anywhere and everywhere. I can just open up my options and be like, theater, here I am. Let me be a part of this.
I have very high expectations for myself and for others, but that's because I know that I have the confidence not only in Christ, but also in myself, because I know what I can do as an individual. And that's not pride. All that is understanding that Christ has equipped me, God has equipped me with gifts and talents, and as long as I'm using them to glorify Him, they will be excellent.